Mock interview behavioral questions. Question number 1. Tell me about a time when you had to work closely with someone whose personality was very different from yours. When I worked at Starbucks, I had a coworker that was quite different from me in the sense that they had a negative outlook while we were working together. I did not let their negativity affect me, and I continued working as best as I could. Question number 2. Describe a time when it was essentially important to make a good impression on a client. How did you go about doing so? At Starbucks, we had a particular customer that would come in all the time. She had the same order every time, and I would go out of my way to make sure that her order was correct and that it was to her satisfaction. Question number 3. Describe a time when your team or company was undergoing some change. How did that impact you, and how did you adapt? A change that affected me was when we had a change of management that happened when I was working at Starbucks. Since there was a new manager, there were changes made to the rules that we had to follow. I adapted by learning the new rules, and I made sure that I followed them to my best capability. Question number 4. Tell me about a time an unexpected problem derailed your planning. How did you recover? During my time at Starbucks, there were many times that my plans were changed due to getting called into work unexpectedly. I recovered by rearranging my prior plans to another time. Question number 5. Give me an example of a time when you had to have a difficult conversation with a frustrated colleague or client. How did you handle the situation? A time that I had to have a difficult conversation with my boss was about turning in my 2 weeks notice at Starbucks. I did this so that I could better focus on my academics and my activities at school. I handled it well and was able to leave on good terms since I did well at communicating how I felt and what my situation was. And lastly, question 6. Give me an example of a time you were able to be creative with your work. What was exciting or difficult about it? When I was publicity manager for the theater department at my school, I created TikToks so that we could increase awareness of our shows. It was exciting to get different people in the group involved and to be able to see all of the positive results.